Hello everyone and welcome back. Welcome to another crafty decor adventure. Olivia here at Olivia's Romantic Home, and in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree and budget-friendly decor crafts. Now this is episode 2 in my Home Sweet Home series. We are going to be working on crafting and decorating through these winter months into spring and just fluffing up our homes, loving on our homes. I even want to say romancing our homes and even our hearts, because I feel like crafting and decorating is so good for your heart and soul. I know yesterday was a snow day for my kiddos as well as today, and so we have just been crafting and decorating and watching movies, drinking hot cocoa, making popcorn, and just enjoying spending some time with one another through these winter months. So if you guys love that, definitely consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. If you punch that bell and click all, it will update you every time I post a new video. You can also follow me over on Facebook. I post several DIY videos a day over on Facebook as well, and join my free little group page. It's just a fun place for us to connect and relax and get together and share ideas for crafting and decorating. So you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, we're going to make a super adorable Valentine's Day swag, and I want you to grab some greenery you might have left over from Christmas. I'm going to use 2 little Dollar Tree mini Christmas trees. I zip tied them together, and now I'm just adding a little Happy Valentine's Day truck, also from the Dollar Tree. Now this was from last season, not sure what they have out yet this season. And then I'm going to take some Dollar Tree Deco mesh, and using the evergreen branches, I'm just going to cross the branches over on the mesh and take the mesh and just make kind of little poofs or loops. And you can just kind of wind that up your swag. And then once you get to the top, you can kind of wind it back. And I'm probably making about 6 to 8 inch poofs. So you just pull that deco mesh out, take your evergreen branches, cross them over on themselves, and begin to pull it back down the swag. Now really any cute little Valentine's Day sign will work. And again, I did find the truck little sign at the Dollar Tree last season. I think I bought a couple of them because I have a couple in my stash. I'm always surprised to see what I have in my stash and what I don't. I'm really hoping that I can find more of my Valentine's Day goodies, but right now it's looking a little bit bleak, so I'm really going to dig in and create some fun things for this season. But this is a great way to repurpose and reuse some of your Christmas decor. I feel like for Christmas I always overbuy. And so anyway, I love repurposing and reusing. Now I decided to add in a little bit of burlap to kind of lessen the effect of the red. I don't want it to feel too Christmassy. And I also thought the burlap would be cute to mix in with the little red truck. And then I just made a quick little loopy bow by taking the burlap and looping it over on itself. And then again, to attach it all, I'm just using the evergreen branches that are already on that little Christmas tree swag that I created. Now I'm just taking some cute little Dollar Tree ribbon and then the little white heart ribbon, I believe was from Hobby Lobby last year. Again, I had it in my stash, and then I'm just going to make a quick little loopy bow at the top and pull my little loops out. And then at the bottom, I'm just going to finish using up some of this ribbon and make some more little loops. I didn't want this to be hard. I wanted to share with you guys something you can do for Valentine's Day crafting without really having to spend a lot of time and effort. This is something you could probably do on one of your snow days or a weekend. Your kiddos could even pitch in and help you with this. Grab some fun ribbon. The red ribbon that has little sparkly hearts is from the Dollar Tree. Again, from last season. I honestly haven't been in yet this season for Valentine's Day decor. Again, I'm really trying to push myself to use what I already have on hand. I feel like, again, that I do overbuy sometimes, and I just don't want to be doing that this year. But I do want to look for some cute little red hearts from Dollar Tree. So I think I'm going to do, possibly in my living room, some Christmas hearts on my Christmas tree. They're going to be Valentine's Day related. So anyway, I'm adding in some cute little heart picks in to the center of this. And then here is how it turned out. A fun and fabulous little Valentine's Day swag on a total budget, you guys. And also repurposing and reusing what we already have in our stash. That makes me so happy. I hope you guys are loving it and are very inspired with this one. For this DIY, I want to share with you guys how you can make a quick and easy little fun romantic floral. Now we're going to repurpose and reuse these little Dollar Tree mini Christmas trees, and then I found this galvanized tin bucket at Michael's on clearance, and I'm just going to pop the little Christmas trees into my bucket, and then I'm going to use some florals again that I found last year, I believe at Michael's on clearance. They're winter florals, so these are going to be really pretty, like little winter roses. I'm just going to pop them in, and I'm attaching them to the Christmas trees by taking the evergreen branches that are on the Christmas tree and just crossing them over on the stems of the floral. So that's going to kind of help them attach and also stay centered. And I really feel like that you can use your evergreen greenery and just mix some really pretty romantic florals in with that. You're not going to see much of the evergreen, and really in these winter months you can kind of get away with it. Now eventually we're going to move to spring greenery, but I feel like if you already have this on hand, why not use it and get those cozy vibes that you may be having anyway. I did have a little tickle on my nose if you guys noticed that. It looked like a bunny rabbit in that clip there. So anyway, I'm taking this burlap ribbon, I just looped it over on itself a couple of times, and then I tied it off in the center, and then I'm going to add that to the side of my bucket. I feel like adding in the burlap gives it kind of a rustic French farmhouse kind of chic theme, and it gives it a cute little bow. I don't have a lot of Valentine's Day ribbon that are in these pastel colors, so I thought the burlap would just kind of soften it and kind of bring some cozy to it. I'm fluffing out my ribbon loops, and then I'm using this little burlap rosette that I made. I'm going to share that with you guys how to make this in another video. They're so super easy and great to use. I actually used a little piece of Pop-Tart cardboard from a Pop-Tart box to make that burlap rosette, and then some burlap. So anyway, again, I am going to share that with you guys later in a later video, but they're so easy to make. And now I'm just trimming off the bits of string from my burlap, and here is how my super adorable little romantic winter roses floral turned out. I'm really loving it. Now I was going to add in some other ribbons to this, but it just didn't turn out how I wanted it to look, and so I just ended up going with the burlap. I may add some pearls or a pretty jewel though, might be a nice added touch. For this next DIY, I want to share with you guys how I'm going to take my cute little deer. I found this at a resale shop, and I'm going to make a sweet little bow, and this is using some Dollar Tree ribbon, and I'm just going to take the ribbon and loop it over on itself. This is wired ribbon, and so the wired ribbon always kind of stands up really nicely. I kind of suggest that when I share with you guys how to do some bows, but this is just a fun idea on how you can take some winter decor and give it a little bit of a Valentine's Day flair. Now I trimmed off the bottom of that, and now I'm just going to take a pipe cleaner and a zip tie, and I'm going to zip tie that together. I love using the zip ties honestly because it keeps the bow nice and together. It doesn't pull apart at all. And I pulled apart my loops, and then I'm just going to take this cute little piece of burlap ribbon. I'm going to tie it around the neck of my little deer, and this deer is so funny. My puppy dog Benji Bear, he always barks at this deer when I bring it out for the season, and he gets really mad about it, but then he eventually gets used to it and doesn't care. But it's just really funny at the beginning of each season. I don't know if he thinks it's real or what. It's just kind of funny. So anyway, I'm tying that on with the burlap ribbon, and then there's my cute little bow. Now, of course, you guys, I really love to take and give things a little bit of over the top feel. So I'm going to take this piece of cardboard. It's actually a piece of cardboard from a box of Pop-Tarts that I have bought for my kiddos, and I'm just going to use some scrap ribbon, and this ribbon is left over from my Christmas decor, and using some hot glue, I'm going to make a cute little rosette. So you just add a dab of hot glue into the center, and you take your piece of scrap ribbon and you just kind of scrunch it and hot glue it as you go along. And by watching what I'm doing is probably easier than how I'm describing it, but these are so fun to make, and I think they're a really nice way to add a cute little cozy touch that makes it feel like really boutique-y to pretty much any little creation that you might be crafting or making. And these are just really fun to make because you can also take scrap pieces of ribbon and whatnot. And I actually got this idea from my sweet friend over at Our Green Acres, and I'll link her channel down below, but she does really fun little crafts, especially if you love French country and shabby chic decor. So now I'm going to add this to my little deer's neck, and it looks like she won a prize in a fair, or like it's one of those big kind of Texas like homecoming bouquets. But I just thought this was really cute, and you probably can't quite see that there's little hearts on the ribbon and also the little heart that I added up by her neck, but she is all ready for Valentine's Day and ready for her special date with her special someone, I guess. But I thought this would just be a fun idea to share with you guys, and if you guys get some inspiration to make some pretty Valentine's Day decor or embellish some of your winter decor. Now for this next DIY, I'm going to share with you guys how to make some placemat pillows. So these are just placemats from the Dollar Tree, and I actually shared part of this DIY for you guys from Christmas. You can see I have my little Christmas apron on, but you're just gonna take the placemats and you're going to begin to hot glue them around the edge of the placemat, but the part of the placemat that I want to face out is going to be turned inside to be doing the DIY. I hope that makes sense for you guys. But Dollar Tree is carrying these super cute little buffalo check plaid placemats, which I am just so crushing on. I think they're really fun, and I'm going to use some more in some upcoming DIY videos. But again, just go ahead and hot glue it, or if you love to sew, you can sew that as well. Now I flipped it inside out, and so you should have one edge, one of the shorter edges that you want to leave open for your pillowcase stuffing. And so just take an old pillow that you might have that's seen better days, pull the stuffing out, and then you can stuff your cute little placemat pillow with that. And now the most tricky part of this is when you go to hot glue the edges back together. And so you're going to want to be careful when you're working with your hot glue gun on this part, but just puff up that pillow with some nice little stuffing, and then you can take and kind of push the edges under to where you get like a little crease, and that will help you kind of be able to finish out the top part. But I will warn you guys to be careful on this part and go very slowly as you glue along the edges. It's always the most tricky part for me as I glue along these edges. So you're just going to pinch and glue right here until you get all the way to the end of your pillowcase, and you are going to want to hold it a little bit while that kind of glue is drying. But again, if you guys can sew, definitely sew your pillows. I don't have a sewing machine, and I don't know that I have the patience to sew. Maybe one day I'll try to learn that skill a little bit more, but for right now, for me, these little pillowcases are just for decoration, so they just go like on an accent chair or in a little bucket or basket. So I think that hot gluing them is fine. Now here is how that pillow turned out. I used it all through Christmas at my entryway table. Now I'm going to share with you guys how you can repurpose it and make it into a Valentine's Day decor idea. So from the Dollar Tree, just take one of their little fabric flags, and this one says follow your heart, which I absolutely love, but they carry these pretty much every season. I think this one was from last year, but they should have something similar or some kind of little fabric, embellishment that you guys can use, or you guys can make your own embellishment, or you can use some of the little heart felts, just pretty much anything that you want to do to create a little Valentine's Day pillow. I know pillows can be really pricey, and I did get a couple of new ones from TJ Maxx for this season, but I think that you can also DIY some and make that work as well. And it's just fun to have little pillows to set around. It just makes your decor feel really cozy, especially in these winter months. So here is how my little DIY pillow turned out. And I think what I love the most about this is it says follow your heart. And I really feel like this season is going to be a season of peace and joy. And I'm going to definitely be following my heart. So here it is mixed in with my little French country chair, my cute little gnome, and some more heart pillows back behind it. And it's a little bit of a busy space, but to me it feels cozy and happy, and I'm kind of like that. I'm kind of like that little bit of busy, cozy feel. For this next DIY, I want to share with y'all how you can repurpose and reuse pretty much any piece of cardboard. I chose this Pop-Tart box from some Pop-Tarts that I bought for my kiddos. And then I'm going to take the base of a candle and make little rounds. So what I want to do is make some fun little rosettes. Now you're going to take a piece of scrap fabric. This is some burlap fabric that I had left over from some other craft that I had been making. And I'm just taking a dab, and you want to make a big dab in the center and then just start winding the piece of scrap fabric or burlap around that first little loop. So you basically just take it and wrap it around the loop. And this burlap was pretty frayed, so the center of it looks kind of bunchy and crazy, but you can always trim that down. And hey, you can use pretty much any piece of fabric, from an old bed sheet to an old curtain, just pretty much anything that you guys have on hand. And I did get this idea using the piece of cardboard from my sweet friend over our Green Acres. She has a YouTube channel. She does the most amazing little crafts. I've been really enjoying watching some of her DIYs recently. She popped up on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to tell you guys are going to have to go over and visit with her and check out her channel, subscribe. She's a cute little just country mama that loves to craft, and I just love watching her videos. So here's how my little burlap rosette turned out. I popped it into the side of this cute little floral decor piece and this bow, and you guys can use these for so many different ideas. They're so fun to make, and they're totally budget friendly. Another idea you guys can do is put a little jewel. I love using my Totally Dazzled jewels. I'll leave a coupon code and link for you guys down below. And then also here is how I made one of those Christmas Valentine's Day burlap rosettes. Now for this next DIY, I want to share with you guys how you can take some Dollar Tree deco mesh, and you just take the deco mesh and you just loop it over on itself, and you can create a really big giant fluffy bow. And I'm going to use this to make a lantern bow topper. Now I see these in my local grocery store, and even some of the craft stores will make these DIY like big pretty bows and florals at the top of lanterns, and they're so pricey and so expensive. So I want to share with you guys a fun budget friendly way. So right now we only have $1 in our bow, and then I'm taking some of this piece of a burlap, and I get my burlap either at burlapfabric.com, or you can find it at Walmart or your craft store. And again, I just took that burlap, looped it over on itself, bunched it up in the center, and I'm tying it off with a zip tie and then adding a piece of ribbon over it so you don't see the zip tie. So I have 2 layers so far with the deco mesh and then also with the burlap, and I'm just trimming off my ribbon. And this is where it gets really fun, where you guys can choose different styles of ribbon. I'm using this cute little Valentine's Day ribbon. Here's a little hack for you. You can take a measure from your arm to your elbow and make a really cute little loopy bow. So you can see I'm just taking the ribbon and looping it over on itself. This is so easy. It's the easiest way to make a bow. It's how I make a lot of my bows, because I will tell you I am a little bit bow challenged, to be totally honest with you. And I do this about 4 to 6 times. Do it about 4 times if you want, 2 loops on each side, and 6 times if you want 3 loops on each side. And I hope that makes sense, and I hope that's what I meant to say. I know how to do it when I'm doing it, but then sometimes describing it can be a little bit different. And I always recommend too that you guys use some wired ribbon. That really helps your bow stand up. And then I'm just taking some extra little ribbon that I had left over, and I'm going to make some pretty little tails. You want to make sure that you dovetail the ends of your ribbon when you're making your tails. So just cut like a pretty little triangle or an angled shape upwards. And then you can take your ribbon and you can also curly cue it around. But here's what I'm talking about when you dovetail the ends. You just take the ribbon and you cut a little triangle in upwards direction. You want to take the ribbon and make a little crease and then cut your triangle upward. But that makes it look really pretty and finished, and it's something that you want to do if you're going to be selling your goodies online or giving to a friend, because you don't want a frayed ribbon edge or a ribbon edge that just doesn't look its best, or that's flat or whatnot. You can tell I'm checking my camera to see how things are going. A lot of times I'm crafting backwards and the opposite direction, so you guys can see what I'm doing, but sometimes I can't always see what I'm doing except for when I'm looking at my camera. So I'm adding in some cute little Dollar Tree little roses here. And then I'm adding in an LED candle, and I get these off of Amazon. They come in a 3-pack. They're about 14 bucks, I think. You can get them pretty much anywhere, but they're flickering flameless candles. They're amazing. I'll link some in my Amazon store. It's the Olivia's Romantic Home Amazon store. And then I just pop that in there with a cute little candlestick. And here is how it looks already for Valentine's Day. Now, as always, I ask that you guys comment and let me know what was your favorite DIY in this video and which one will you be recreating. And for the secret question for this video is, what is your favorite season? I would love to know. Do you love to go over the top decorating for spring, summer, winter, or fall? Let me know what you guys are up to. I love to hear what you guys are up to, and I'm so thankful to have you all here. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafty decor adventure. It is a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you all are new, welcome. I'm Olivia with Olivia's Romantic Home, and I am a DIY crafty mama. I love to share with you guys a ton of budget-friendly and fun ideas for crafting and decorating and making your home feel like a cozy space. This is episode 2 in my Home Sweet Home series. In my Home Sweet Home series, we are going to look forward to the future with joy. We're going to craft and decorate through the winter months into Valentine's Day into spring. And I'm going to share with you guys so many ideas for crafting and decorating using budget-friendly supplies from the Dollar Tree, flea markets, thrift stores, and even some goodies from Hobby Lobby. And I hope to also do some organizing and a little bit of tidying and baking along the way. So if you guys love to kind of romance your home or love on your home through these winter months, definitely consider subscribing and checking out what I have going on my YouTube channel. Subscribing is totally free. And if you punch the little bell and click all when you subscribe, it will update you every single time I post a new video. I post several DIY videos a week on YouTube, as well as several a day over my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. And I would love to invite you guys to my free group page on Facebook, as well as Olivia's Romantic Home group. And it's just a fun little place where crafters and decorators get together and just post photos of their home decor and DIY projects. And it's a positive place for us to inspire and love on one another, because I feel like we all need a place to kind of relax and recharge and unwind. No matter what our jobs are or what's going on in our lives, we can always look forward to the future with joy. And I think that's why I love to decorate seasonally, is because every year there's a different season to look forward to for us to decorate with. And just like you guys, I go through plenty of things that you guys might not know about, because I keep this just for crafting and decorating. But just know that I'm always like trying to put one foot in front of the other. I encourage you guys to do that as well, no matter where you're at in your journey, and try to do your best to trust God. I have daily prayer cards that I read every single morning, and I share those with you guys on my Instagram story, and I've also been sharing over my Facebook story, but they're from Dollar Tree, and it's just a daily prayer, and it has some scripture, and it just encourages you to start your day off on the right foot. So sometimes that prayer card is the best thing that's happened in my day, and it can all go downhill from there. Or sometimes that prayer card just encourages me on a beautiful, joyful day. And I have felt so much joy in this new year. I think 2022 is going to be amazing, and that we can get through pretty much everything if we use God and our friends and family, and just to love on one another. And listen, remember, you always have a voice. Use your voice for kindness and good. If you see somebody that has a cute outfit on, or that has posted something cute, and you're like, wow, I just love that, tell them that. Spread joy and positivity, because when you spread that out in the world, that's what's going to come back to you. And if somebody is being unkind to you, try to pray for them, give them grace, and move on from the situation as best you can. And if you see something you don't like when you're out on the internet, just go ahead and keep scrolling. There's no need really to comment or to dislike anybody's post or to leave something negative, because you don't know what that person has going on. You don't know the trauma that they might be going through. So please keep that in mind, to have good character and use your kindness and your voice for good. And even just dropping kind comments in the comments section of this video is a way to use your voice. So also, this is a praying community. I know that. So if you need prayer, drop that prayer request down below. Somebody might see it and be able to pray for you, or just letting the universe know that it's out there can also do some good. So I just want to be a blessing to you all and an encouragement to you all, because you guys have been that to me. And without you all clicking on my videos and watching my videos and being inspired by my crafts, which I'm just doing what I love, I wouldn't be here without you guys. And I truly know that. And I truly, truly, truly appreciate every single one of you and all of your love and support that has gone on through the years, that has helped me be here with you guys. I continue to want to always be here with you guys and just inspire you by what I'm doing. So thank you guys for that. Anyway, I love y'all to the moon and back. I'm hugging all of your hearts so tight. If you're watching this and it's the weekend, enjoy your weekend. Make some hot cocoa, spend time with friends, read something positive, make some cute crafts, and just keep moving. So I love y'all. I can't wait to our next video. And until then, remember, be kind to yourselves and be kind to one another. I'll talk to you guys very soon. Bye-bye.